From Card Making Magic. Today we're going to be using the complete card and box die set. We'll be adding a beautiful insert with the quatrefoil trellis, and we'll be adding some parchment butterflies. We're also going to be using one of the new additions to this collection, and that's the Love and Marriage die set. Now these are all part of the Christina collection, which is available exclusively at Craftstash. So let's start by making the card. We're going to take the die that has 3 cutting edges on each side and none on one of them. So the first thing we need to do is to fold an A4 piece of card in half. Take the die and place the non-cutting edge over the open ends and run that through the die cutting machine. So once you've done that, you'll have 2 separate pieces of card, and you need to score one of them back by about 1/2 inch. Now you're going to place your glue along there, and marry the 2 pieces together. So once you've glued those 2 pieces together, you'll have a card that will stand in tenfold. So for the next layer, I want the stitched edge, and I want it also with the gold card. Now in between my stitched layer and my base, I want a cream piece. So I'm going to take my cream card and lay it onto my base card, and leave just a very small border around the edge. And then with the pencil, I'm coming just in from the edge and just in from the bottom, and I'm going to cut that with the paper trimmer. So once that's cut, don't forget to remove any pencil marks that are on your sheet, and that's going to sit just along there and leave a small border around the edge. And then once I've added the stitched mat, that will also leave a small border around the edge. Now with the trellis die, we're going to cut another layer, and that will just sit inside that stitched border, and I'm going to cut that in cream. So that will also leave just a small border around the edge. But I want some pattern into this, so with the pattern piece to the die, I'm going to use my die cutting machine on the embossing sandwich and just emboss and not cut. So I'm going to open tab 2 on my machine, and this is the big shot. I'm going to put one of my plates into the bottom. I'm going to put a tan mat, this is a tan mat, into the base, and then my card. And then on top of that, I'm going to sit my die so that there's just a small border around the edge, and I'm going to cover it with my other plate. So once that's been through the machine, it leaves a pattern in the card, but it doesn't cut the layer, and that will sit along there. Now with the gold card, I'm going to use the 2 together, and I'm going to create a layer that's been die cut this time. So now once that's been die cut and it's been added to this panel, it will give you a beautiful quilted effect on your card. Now from the largest heart in the Love and Marriage set, I've cut 2 in gold and 2 in cream. And then from the filigree patterned heart, again I've cut 2 because I can't decide which I want for my top layer. So what I'm going to do is layer these together so that they're slightly offset, which looks as if there's a shadow behind it. If I do the gold behind and the cream at the front, then I will need a gold filigree to pop into the front. But if I do it the other way around, with the gold at the front and the cream behind, then I'm going to need a cream filigree to sit at the front. So I'm going to go for the option with the gold on the top. So with just a slight border, just slightly offset, I'm going to glue these two together. There's my two for my card, the other two are for the box, and I'm ready. I've taken the largest one and I have cut this in parchment. So I've done 2 pieces in parchment and 1 in cream. And again, I've done this 4 times, 2 for my card and 2 for my box. Now for each of the butterflies I decided I would spray them and add some glitter. So we're going to put the butterflies together. So I'm just going to curl the wings around a pencil. Then we'll add some glue to the body line. And we'll add those two together. And then we'll do exactly the same with the cream body. So I've also got a selection of white flowers, and from these I will be selecting some to add to my cards. So let's start adding this card together. So there you have a beautiful gold box decorated to match the card. And that could be for any occasion that you wanted to send it. I've made mine an anniversary card, but it would make a beautiful wedding card. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.